We had another TDC trip for tampering.
You have two pen trips. You're what's labeled a true habitual. Anytime you pick up a serious felony, you're looking at 20.
Alcohol. So it's a combination of things that
Now
even
back to New York to figure out.
Mr. Peters is wanted out of Caddo Parish on issuing a worthless check. I'm assuming this correlates to like issuing a bad check here in Texas. And so I would be asking for he could go to Louisiana and take care of this business out there and resolve it.
So he's on felony probation for false statement obtaining credit, picks up a DWI second, and now he's got this case.
Correct. I've told him.
Don't say anything about the DWI because you're on felony probation for a very serious up to 10-year probation. You picked up a new case, and now you have another case in Louisiana. I mean, really.
I had no idea about the case in Louisiana, sir. I had just went to the Army base in Killeen. I was working for Bobtail Crane, and when they escorted us into the military base, nothing popped up about a charge or anything else like that. I had no clue about this. If I would have known about this, I could have easily took care of this whatsoever.
But the problem is that stuff keeps happening. When do we say when?
Sir, like I said in the case for the DWI, I was not drunk. I was on my way to work.
Really, don't. Now's not the time to fight those cases. My only point is that it just stuff keeps happening.
Yes, sir.
State's asking for a bond. In addition to the federal probation he's on right now, we're also seeing.
He's on federal probation too?
I'm sorry. I thought you said federal, but the 3-year probation that he was on right now from the 185th out of 2022. He also had a deferred revoked in 2010 from Montgomery County that resulted in 10 months of TDC. He also had another TDC trip for tampering on a government record in 2008. He had an evading of a motor vehicle, which is a state jail felony that was reduced to a lesser evading from the 351st in 2007. He's also had a couple theft arrests that resulted in dismissals. He's also on a DWI second here in. How
many trips you got? 2?
Sir.
How many times you been to the pen?
It was just one time, sir. It was just one time.
You're saying how many times you've been to the penitentiary, Amy?
I'm saying at least 2 here for TDC.
No.
One in 2008 and another in 2008 from Montgomery.
No. It was only one time.
Here's the thing. If you have 2 pen trips, you're what's labeled a true habitual. Anytime you pick up a serious felony, you're looking at 25 to life. So when you're out there in the free world, you have to be extra special good, because if not, you could be looking at a minimum of 25 years to life.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm just giving you facts.
Judge, if I could argue for my client a little bit, he does have criminal history. The issue here is he's got this DWI. He's made bond on that. He's got a bond there. He is on deferred as well on the 185th. I don't show a court date there. I don't see anything happening there as of yet. The only thing he's here in front of you right now is for issuing a worthless check out of Louisiana. This is something that could easily be taken care of, possibly by paying something even from here. If not, he is willing to go to Caddo Parish and avail himself to that parish and figure that out. It's not a serious case, Judge. He does have history. He was, from what he tells me, he was unaware that this popped up. I don't know when this actual case was issued, when it was presented, when it was filed.
Is this a new case? Is this an old case?
It was issued October 31st. The offense date was September 14th.
Of this year? October 31st of this year?
The warrant was issued this year.
I'm sorry, 24?
Yes, the warrant was issued this year. The offense date was September of last year.
October 31st of this year.
They issued the warrant on October of 24.
Yes.
But the actual alleged offense date is
September of last year.
of 23.
Yes.
Okay.
So less than a month, Judge. He's been in Texas.
My problem and my concern are 2 things, though, Mr. Peters. Number 1, are you a danger to the community? Number 2 is you've got a lot of theft cases, and theft cases where other people are involved. So if I set you a bond, is it someone else's money that's going to pay for you to get out? You know, you've got a false statement to obtain credit. You've got a bunch of theft cases. Now you've got another theft case out of Louisiana. So is it someone else's money that's paying for you to get out? And then when we get you out, are you still a danger to the community? You know what I mean? Perception is reality, Mr. Peters, and your record speaks for itself.
Can I say something, Mr. Fisher?
Just don't talk about this.
I'm not talking about the cases. We all have a past. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Fisher? Some of us been called, some of us haven't been called. But at the end of the day, I have changed my life and turned myself around. Since all of those things that you have talked about, I have been driving trucks. I have been doing right by the community. I have custody of my 11-year-old son, that I am being an example of what a man should be. I have done everything that I'm supposed to do, Mr. Fisher. I'm not out here causing chaos and controversy about anything out here in society. I speak at the local church.
DWI 2 days ago, a second DWI, you're on the felony deferred, and now you've got a fugitive case.
Mr. Fisher, that was, again, I was not under the influence. I had just got out for work at Bobtail Crane. That's when that transpired. I told the officer that I did not have anything to do with the drink. He said, because your eyes are red. That does not solidify me as being drunk. I was tired. I just worked 16 hours.
Don't talk about
Yeah,
specifics.
don't talk about-
Okay.
How much was the value of the check?
It was like 511. It's under 1,000.
Judge, he hasn't made a mistake in your court. We're just asking.
But my concern, Ricardo, is where is he going to get the money to pony it up?
Well, Judge, I know you're speculating that it could be the public's money, but it could also be his money. I mean, he's been working for 5 years. He's got a CDL. He worked at Superstar Logistics for 5 years before working for Bobcat Crane. So he's been gainfully employed. It could easily be his money. I mean, there's nothing to say that it's the public's money or anything like that. He's got a history, but he's got no history with you. And so that being the case, I would ask that he be allowed to make this right. If he messes up at that point, I got nothing to say. But at this point, he hasn't messed up in your court.
Opposed to a bond? What if we set a high bond? You know, I mean, it's going to be a couple thousand. You know, it's going to be 5,000 to 10,000.
I can stop you, Judge, but our position is no bond.
You know, the problem is that you're an inherent flight risk. So if I set you a bond, you're going to have to pony up all that kind of money to get out. This is no 10% deal. You're a fugitive case, man. So when we set you a bond, you have to post it in its entirety. No 10%, no 20%. Just because of everything that you have open, you are an inherent flight risk. So you got to be aware of that. So if I do set you a bond, it's going to be at least, you know, 5,000, 7,500.
There's no way possible that I can, if it's 100% of that bond, there's no way possible that I can do that, man. I'm trying everything in my power. Got a good job and everything else like that. I understand.
This,
but this is just
not all bad news, because you're not wanted out of like Wyoming, Montana, Alaska, Louisiana. We have so many people here from Louisiana. We have buses coming about twice a week to pick up people to take them back and to bring them from Louisiana. We really have, it's incredible the amount of people we have. So around 2 times a week, we have people shuffling in and out of Louisiana. What I would say is you should save your money and use that to hire a lawyer in Louisiana to fight your case. Because I'm telling you, has he waived yet?
Yes.
You'll be out of here within the next 2 to 3 days if you keep your waiver.
Judge, if I may reiterate something, we're at November 7th. I'm still confused whether this was issued the 24th or the 31st. Either way, it's less than, even if it was the 24th, we're talking less than 2 weeks that this warrant has been open. He's got no knowledge of this. All of a sudden, he's being held 14 days in custody with something that just popped up. He's been in Texas working. I don't even know when the last time he was in Louisiana. This has been less than a month that he could have had notice that this was even present. They don't call him and tell him, hey, you got a warrant out. It's completely plausible that he didn't know that this was open. It hasn't been sitting for a year. It's been sitting for less than 2 weeks.
Ricardo, the offense date was September 23, so it would have been like a year.
The offense date, but when was the warrant issued?
October of this year,
October 24th or 31st?
October 2024.
Okay, so we're at November 7th, less than 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm saying he had no notice that there was a warrant issued for him. He didn't know that.
Okay.
He didn't know the case was open. I don't know the last time he was in Louisiana. He hasn't been able to make this right. He's saying he didn't have notice of this, but the warrant has been open.
I mean, I understand your argument, right? But it's still got to set him a bond. If he wants a bond, I'm going to set it, at a minimum of 5 to 7,500,
Okay.
and then you're going to probably have to make, I would assume, a good amount of that. That's just the nature of the beast when it comes to fugitive cases, right? But like I said, if you keep your waiver, chances are within the next 2 to 3 days, you'll be out of here regardless. You need to make the decision, but it's a matter of you're paying a ton of money to get out when you could also save that money and hire yourself a lawyer.
Judge, one last thing. So we're talking about 100%. We're talking about.
I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating. I've never been in the bonding business, so I have no idea.
That's my understanding as well, that it's going to be 100%.
He's got a laundry list of priors. He's got 2 open cases here. He's got a fugitive case out of another state. Most probably a bonding company is going to want quite a bit of jack up front because you're a flight risk. Not only that, you're on a PR bond on the DWI second that they gave you. If you get held up there, it's very possible they revoke your bond on the DWI second. And then in the position you are here, you're going to be in the exact same position over there.
That's why I'm saying, Your Honor. That's why I'm saying, Your Honor. I'm trying to get out to handle it and make it clear so that I can handle.
I know that you're trying to get out, but my job is to protect the community.
Judge Fleischer, Jay says he's in the Zoom room.
Oh, Mr. Kim.
Hi, Judge. Are we
Hey,
still
dude.
approaching on Peters?
Yeah, he's in front of us now.
Okay. I'm playing catch up, but Amy told me that you were considering a bond regarding this defendant.
Yes.
So I have strong objections to a bond being granted for this fugitive case. I don't know if Amy has already relayed, and I don't know if you're familiar, but I was actually the prosecutor that put him on the deferred in the 185th. It was a PSI, and I was the prosecutor assigned to the case. And the 185th, when Judge Wong was still on the bench, is that he put him on a deferred, but he also had jails as a condition of his probation because they were concerned with how many thefts he had, along with the anti-theft course. And the reason why that's pertinent here is because what he's wanted for is issuing worthless checks issued on October 31st, 2024. On top of that, he's violated that deferred by committing another DWI second, along with a Conroe charge. And so he has
a charge in Conroe as well.
Well, it's finished now, but I believe it was after the deferred. Let me go back, Judge. It was on. Oh, there was 2. Oh no, sorry, I was thinking of the older one. I thought there was a newer one. My mistake. It was older. But that still doesn't take away from the other arguments presented. Is that it's the same type of offense. Less than 3 years after he was put on the deferred, in addition to the second violation in county, which the court can see. And that was as recent as 2 days ago.
Has the court given you any kind of guidance as what they're going to do? Do you know? I mean, I don't see.
Well, I mean, I haven't heard anything from the 185th, but because this fugitive case, the warrant was issued out on October 31st, there's nothing to say that the 185th won't revoke his deferred for the violation. So on top of the DWI sec, to say nothing of the fact that there are obviously technicals because there is a positive for alcohol. So it's a combination of things that even if the court grants a bond here, if they revoke or file the prosecutors in the 185th file a motion to revoke, he's going to be without a bond there anyway.
Judge, 2 things. If it is 100%, we're talking about 5,000. That would be a $50,000 bond on a worthless check case out of Louisiana.
You have so many variables here that are in play at this moment, Mr. Peters, that you could literally pay $5,000 to get out now, and then they issue a felony warrant tomorrow in your probation case that would literally be throwing $5,000 down the drain. I would be very careful. I mean, I don't know how much money you have. I know I don't have that much money, but if you have just enough money to throw $5,000 away, I would be very careful because like I'm telling you, they could any day now file a motion to revoke your probation, a felony warrant's going to issue, and then all the money that you are putting into this is just it's out the tubes. It's out the window.
Your Honor, I have to at least save my job so that I can do what I need to do to fight that DWI case. Nevertheless, I'm an innocent man until proven guilty. So whatever crimes I have done in the past, I have paid my time for that. I had did that when I was a younger man. I'm no longer that younger man that I was.
Kidding? Who are you kidding? Done this when I was a younger man. It's a year and a half ago. You're on probation. Now you picked up a DWI. Now you got this. I mean, really, who are you kidding yourself? Just look. Just if you want me to set the bond, I'm going to set it at around $500 to $7,500. Okay, if you want to do it, do it. I'll give you time to consider. But I'm telling you, it's probably not one of the wisest ideas because within the next 2 to 3 days, you'll be out of here if you don't pony up that money. And it's very possible that they any day now file that motion to revoke because they're going to let the 185th know that you've picked up 2 cases from the time that you've been on probation, right? You have. You picked up a new case in Louisiana. You picked up a case here, right? While you've been on probation. That's not one of the things that you're supposed to do. So any moment, lickety spit, they're going to file a motion to revoke. And if
Actually, Your Honor, if I may, if the court does set a bond, then I'm going to ask Amy. I would be in court right now, but I'm under the weather and I don't want to risk anybody else. And so if the court does intend to set a bond, then I'm going to send an email out to the 185th right now to see if they'll revoke the deferred.
up to you.
Talk to them about where we're
You
at.
guys talk. I don't want you to make a rash decision just because you got blinders on your eye to get out. When you guys are in the driver's seat, let me know what you want to do. Don't make a decision right here. Take your time, think about it, and then let me know what you want to do.
Inside a Harris County courtroom today, another strict warning was delivered. And when it comes to public safety, Judge Fleischer does not compromise. The first case, racing on the highway. Speeds between 110 and 125 miles per hour. 3 separate races. And here's the shocking part. The defendant was already out on bond for felony evading. The judge's direct response: "I am revoking your driving privileges." She had the defendant sign an affidavit, no driving at all. And she made it crystal clear. If you drive again, you'll be held in contempt, and that's an additional 6 months in jail. The entire courtroom fell silent. Then came another defendant, unemployed, curfew.
Number one, is that spelled correctly? There's usually a Y-E-N.
That's what I was thinking too, but that's what they put in the confirmation too, I think, so.
Do you want something?
Yes, Judge, we wanted a bond on him, I believe, it's a 1997 warrant, so I'm a bit.
He's here if we want to bring
He is
him
in the
up.
back,
Please.
so, I did want to see, I asked him to agree on a bond, they are not because of his criminal history. He's got criminal history that dates 20 years back. I don't believe he's got anything current as of 10 years. So this is a warrant out of New York,
Yes.
30-year-old warrant, so.
He's been on that. The warrant is truly 30 years old. Really? Is that old?
1997.
What,
Written confirmation on it would be great.
from him?
No, from, I believe. I should usually have something. Have something.
Wow. So it's a burglary, it's an assault, it's a robbery, and a possession of a weapon. Okay, I guess let's talk to him when he comes out, you know?
1997 New York, Judge.
Is that what was happening in 97? I thought New York was dangerous, but shit. Do you want to do a name change, Katie, or no?
I don't want to
For
say
the
right off
fugitive
bat.
case, Judge?
No.
This is spelled N-G-U-Y-N, and there's always an E.
I don't think we would need one for the fugitive case.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just,
I can look at the warrant and double check.
good morning.
Morning, sir.
Mr. Nguyen, you're wanted out of the state of New York for a host of charges, specifically for a burglary, an assault, a robbery, and a possession of a weapon.
He did do parole. He was out on parole about 10 years ago on these cases. So once again, we're not sure.
Wait. That may change things. If he's out on parole,
Can I
Then-
say-
hold on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But if he's out on parole, Katie, there may be a pre-signed waiver.
He completed parole.
Judge, let me check. I'm not seeing that we have a pre-signed waiver,
Have you,
but I think that, Amy, you had some contact with the jurisdiction?
Yeah, so Manhattan County reached out to us this morning. They were asking if we had the waiver or a refusal for him yet. They didn't indicate to me whether this was a probation or a parole. I can reach back out to them to see. Yeah,
that's really important.
I'll do that.
He couldn't have completed because there's a warrant. There would be no warrant if he completed parole.
In as much as.
Something must have happened, Mr. Nguyen.
Can I say something now?
But don't talk about the case in general, but just,
Can I say something?
there's a warrant for a reason.
Can I say something, please?
Of course.
I used to live in Brooklyn. I committed crime and I lose, when I'm 16, 17, I don't speak English that much. So they send to me, whatever they send to me, they send me to Rock Island and they send me to upstate. And the judge say like, burglary, on robbery, some kind of stuff like that. But I do not speak English that much at that time because I came United States when I'm 14 and 5 years later I got arrested. So I basically understand a little bit, not that much. So when I go to court, they just do whatever they want to do. They don't tell me nothing. The case, they just say you got arrested, you got robbery, burglary, something like that. But I do not understand like that right now. So basically, after I finished, after they tell me that, they send me Rock Island. From Rock Island, they send me upstate. So I do 5 years. First, I do five years.
Okay.
And I see parole.
Okay.
Parole, keep it 2 more years. And I finished 7 years, and I went home. And then I went home. I do first. I went to live in Long Island first, and then I still go see parole in New York. Right, and then my parents live in Houston, Texas, so I asked for transfer, my paper in transfer to Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So I've complete my parole, everything, and the opening.
What year?
No. So you may have tried to transfer it. Perhaps it never transferred and you just came down here and never
No.
finished the transfer. I don't know.
No, I'm not. The people do for me. That's why I'm allowed to transfer to. People.
Yeah,
Maybe there's an issue with.
there has to be some kind of issue.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think we have enough information to do anything right now. What I need for them to do is reach out back to New York to figure out why the warrant was issued. Is it a parole violation?
I got parole violation one time. I went home, I worked, and I got violation one time. I went to work, and they picked me up garbage. What's that? Angleton. And back over there, and I stand right in front of the judge. The judge said, "What you do? Why you don't parole?" I said, "I'm working." So he said, "So show me your work." So I work. I bring all my paper, tax paper. I showed him. So he
still.
no. Can I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
He sent me to immigration. Immigration, they're coming out. I still do parole. I still finish. I have the letter over there.
Let's do this. Let's do
We need to
this.
find out more.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll it.
But no, that's true story. That's true story.
I get you. We just need them to.
So let's do this.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to roll it to tomorrow because it's already nearly 12 o'clock. I want to give them time to look into it, to see what New York has to say. A lot of times when you get on parole, you sign a document that's a pre-signed waiver, meaning that you already agreed to waive extradition if this happens. We need to know if that has happened and if you have signed that, because if you have, I cannot give you a bond. Even if I wanted to give you a bond, I cannot give you one because there's a waiver that's already been signed.
What does that mean, waiver, sir?
I'll let Ms. Oko explain that to you in back because I got a lot of people waiting.
Yes, sir.
But regardless, I'm not ready to do anything today.
Yes, sir.
I need more information from the prosecutors.
Can I say last thing before I go?
Sure.
What I do is, what happened is I finish parole, everything. I get a letter from Albany, say I'm convicted. Albany State in New York. That all the paper go to Albany. Albany.
But something must have happened.
Something, we need to figure it out.
Yes, I got the letter, everything. They send me letter, everything.
And Judge, I would just add that, I mean, at least from what I'm seeing when I run him, which I'm a little hesitant, but like there's like multiple states with like criminal histories that's like very extensive, that's more than just New York. And so we would also have to try to like.
Okay, I
Like,
guess
figure
just
it
take your time, find out, and then we'll regroup tomorrow.
Get all his 20 years back. There's nothing more.
I get it, but I just want to know if there's a pre-signed waiver. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, sir.
Okay, of course, Mr. Wayne. Please.